quarter past midnight, 40 degrees. Spiders, scorpions, snakes. You scared?
Yes, a bit.
Fuck it, man. There is a thin line between being brave and being stupid. Dai, chiudi il finestrino. That's it.
We are Aldo, Vera and Toto. For more than 6 years, we have been driving the world over land in our self-converted expedition vehicle, visiting over 60 countries on 5 continents. Our next destination, Africa. We aim to show you through our eyes the beauty of our planet as we discover it, also raising awareness about its fragility. Subscribe to our channel and explore the world with us.
We are in the car park of a hotel here in Kerman, which is the closest city to the entrance of the Lut Desert. And we arrived here yesterday afternoon and we went straight away to the mechanic. Just a few checks about the prop shaft, universal joint, greasing up before going to the desert. I also went down in the pit and checked with him that everything was okay with Toto. He's very good mechanic, specialized in Toyota Land Cruisers and 4x4. So Vera wrote the list down. We're gonna buy a few provisions now, some fuel, water, and we're gonna have just coffee, a little quick breakfast, and then go in the city and finish these things. We are just trying to get out from the hotel, but 3 cars blocked the passage. So the worker, thank you so much, Heli Mamnoon. So we did it, we're out. First stop, the supermarket.
Flour and yeast. Can you please speak on microphone so I can translate what you're saying?
We forgot some basil. Also a little bit of extra diesel with the additional jerry can until the top, you see? We just left Kerman and we are heading to Shaghdad. It's about 120 kilometers of sealed road. Then we will drive further east for another 80-90 kilometers before entering into the unsealed sandy road. So yeah, you scared?
Yes, a bit.
Yeah, we're a bit tense, like the adrenaline is here. So
Yeah, because of the heat, obviously, and of the sandstorms.
that's what worries us the most.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We'll see. We left, it's late, it's midday, so it's the wrong time of the day, but we had to do a few more things this morning, so it's now 37 degrees Celsius, and later on this afternoon will be apparently 50, so it's good, so we're getting used to it.
Ooh. We already can feel the heat.
It's 20 past 1, it's 48 degrees Celsius. There is a petrol station they are constructing. Let's see if we can enter and maybe find some shade. It doesn't look like, but we'll try our best. It's a bit too hot to drive. So we're having the first problem. Our mobile phone is not charging. It's really boiling hot and it's like 5% left. You plug it in and it charges for 30 seconds, then the battery starts to blink. So we need to be careful. We can only charge it at night and keep it in the shade as much as possible. So being all day in the shade was not that helpful. It's today officially the first time ever that past 6 p.m. it's 49 degrees Celsius. So I'm eating an ice cream. I think it's rose water and saffron. We are in the Shaghdad, the village of Shaghdad, and I'm gonna put a little bit more fuel just to top it up, this maybe 10 liter that we used, and we'll continue. Sorry, I correct myself. It's 6:21 p.m. and it's 50 degrees Celsius. The first night we will sleep here. Let's go find a nice camp spot.
I think we should do. It's so quiet, you can hear yourself breathing.
You see all these holes here on the ground? Spiders, scorpions, snakes, so these are mandatory. We are not turning on the light because we just don't want something else that bothers us, but we took a photo of us for memory and we're gonna leave it
So you
in
can
the video.
feel, you know, our state.
So whoever told us that in the desert at night it's cold, he was lying.
I think this is the hottest night
Ever.
I ever experienced in my life. It's like a constant hair dryer.
We have this strong wind coming through the windows and it's like at 39, 40 degrees. I want to check what temperature is now. Hold this a sec. It's midnight, 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Seriously? And then, to make everything worse, we got our fridge that is sweating down there in the corner. So every 10 minutes or so, the compressor starts and the fan starts to spin and more hot air comes up.
It's not only from the fridge. It's our car, it's cooling,
The car, yeah.
cooling down.
No, the car will never cool down.
It's slowly cooling down. But the heat of the metal, it's so sensitive. You can feel it from under the bed.
The bed is,
The heat
wow.
is so it's like a sauna. So it's not fun at all.
Well, we'll see tomorrow. So good night. Want me to hug you?
No.
Sure.
Absolutely. If you love me, stay away from me.
Cuddling. 6:30 a.m. Horrible night. It's now a bit cooler. You can stay outside. It's 36 degrees. Very beautiful here. Okay, so change of plans. We are going back to Shahdad, the village. The wind has intensified. I checked the forecast and it's gonna be up in the 60 kilometers per hour. So
Today is the worst day.
yeah,
The visibility is low, and whenever being here, before it's the hottest desert, it's the hottest also day and windy. So
we are not ready to give up. So tomorrow we are gonna go. We're gonna give another attempt. But there is a thin line between being brave and being stupid. So for now we're gonna stop and just see how the weather progress. This morning is so another story. It's 6 a.m. It's a little bit cooler, The sky is blue, less wind, but the chocolate is still hot. We can't spread it on the biscuit. We just simply dunk it in it. Lowering the tire pressure down to 25 psi, we're gonna attempt now to push ourselves inside the Lut Desert against all advices.
We enter an immense expanse of gravel, sand and salt. About 3 hours of traveling south on this terrain awaits us.
So it's about 1 hour that we are driving here in this desert. There is nothing, just a bit of gravel. There are some small tracks we're trying to follow, but we got some coordinates. The difference with the Lut Desert is that this place is not like the Sahara. There are no oases, no fountains, no nomads, no tourists. And this is the worst time of the year to come here because it's the hottest. In fact, now it's about 38 degrees Celsius. It's 9:30 a.m. We can only drive for another couple of hours. It's recommended to come here with 2 self-sufficient vehicles, at least. A guide. You should have some sort of satellite communication. We do have that. Our family has been informed. They've got instructions. Something should go wrong. We started with 100 liters of diesel, 100 liters of water, of which 50 drinkable water. We got food. We have done our research. We got all our GPS tracks. We spoke with guides. We spoke with locals, with other overlanders that have done this recently. Hopefully everything is going to be okay. Now we will continue. We got about another couple of hours driving like this. It's going to be hot and we should reach the first point. Vera, che è successo qua?
Dove?
Là il vetro, cazzo, windscreen. No, wow, would you fuck it, man. You must be joking, man. Shit. Wow. Wow, io.
Io non l'ho visto proprio.
Quando è successo?
Non lo so.
Spegni la camera, spegni la camera.
What are we doing? It's dangerous? Aldo. Aldo.
So I cooled down a bit now. Unfortunately, we cracked the windscreen. This was not a matter of if, but only a matter of when, because a couple of years ago in Canada, the initial part was cracked due to the freezing cold temperatures. It was like -27 one morning, -20, full blast, the heater, my mistake, and the windscreen cracked. Nothing happened for quite a bit of time. Last summer in Sardinia was 43, 44, and it just cracked a little bit more, and I hoped it would either go down or on the side, but unfortunately just now it cracked almost all the way up. It was completely unexpected. I'm a bit sad. I don't know what to do. We're going to continue. Obviously we're in the middle of the desert, so I hope it will stay like this for these days, and once we're back we'll check if we can change it in Iran, in Dubai, maybe the Emirates. Let's think positive. Let's put it on the funny side. We can say that we cracked the windscreen on the coldest temperature of this trip in Canada and on the hottest temperature of this trip here in the Lut Desert. Little misfortune with windshield, and to make the journey even more pleasant is the fact that this area is used by drug traffickers from Afghanistan. The Iranian army, as a deterrent, has scattered around hundreds of mines and explosives, which over time and due to the sandstorms have moved away, and even they don't know where they are now. Unfortunately, sometimes it's the tourists who come here with organized groups who end up in it. Without any geographical reference, internet network, or roads to follow, it's like sailing a boat in the open sea. Bera helps me follow our course with the compass and an offline map with preset coordinates. Our adrenaline is at its peak. The landscape is indescribably beautiful. It's an incredible emotion. Us, the sky, and the desert.
Amore, ce l'abbiamo fatta! Che bella sensazione, eh?
We did it!
Che bella sensazione!
We made it! Grande Totò!
It is just before noon. We move close to some large Kalouts, which are some formations solidified over the centuries, hoping that they will give us some shade in the late afternoon. But we have sung victory too soon.
Amore, what's going on?
The sand is coming towards us. And I don't understand if it's strong or not, but it's coming. Eccolo qua. Siamo dentro.
Yeah, it's a sandstorm.
Unfortunately, around 1 o'clock, the wind picks up and some relatively small but annoying sandstorms force us to stay close in the car with temperatures above 50 Celsius. The heat is unbearable. We turn Totò with the backside towards the wind, avoid further damages to the windscreen. And I stick a potato in the muffler so that the sun does not enter the exhaust system. The afternoon never seems to pass. Every now and then we open the doors to let in some wind. Forget about cool ourselves down, it's just to get some air to breathe. But at one point starts to count how much money we have left, just for a laugh. Surely in a place like this, banknotes won't be of any use. With mobile phones so hot that do not work and which we cannot even recharge, we try to find something to do to kill the time. Si è fatta ombra a terra, voglio. I don't know if this is a good idea. Ok. Vera, chiudi il finestrino. Vera, chiudi il finestrino. That's it.
Oh, poverino. Finally, at sunset, we get a break. We can go outside, eat something, and enjoy the spectacular colors. Just the time for a quick shower, and then we go to sleep.
Unfortunately, at night, the wind rises again for a few hours, and I don't even have the time to close the windows that poor Bera wakes up with sand on her face. Buongiorno, amore!
Buongiorno. Wow, che notte!
Bera said it right. We wake up at dawn because we have another long day ahead of us today. The desert, as you've seen, is unforgiving. And after all we have been through, honestly, we can't wait to go and have breakfast in a very special and unique place.